Boom. He's in the tub. Yes. And we are also simultaneously streaming on Odyssey. Supposed to be live on Odyssey. So let's check that out. I have set up the whole thing. Let me check. Where is it? Odyssey. Hold on. Odyssey. Ah, here. So let's click on it to make sure that we are live. It's live. Okay. So we are on Odyssey and YouTube. So tonight we're gonna keep going on our the root cause of all the nonsense. And I think from my experience again, from my point of view, perspective, and all that stuff, the root cause is us. We can point the finger outside of ourselves all our life. We can pretend that we have nothing to do with the chaos happening in the world, or that it's the Illuminati or the government or whatever, who it is. But once you start pointing the finger at yourself, this is where you will want to make a change. If you can look in the mirror, all the filth and all the nonsense accumulated from all those years of conditioning, and you see it and you feel it, for sure you're going to start making change. Who can stay in denial all their life? Like what? If you stay in denial, you're going to perish in hell. Hell is boredom, torture, and pain and stuff. Fear. Fear is a great, great limitator for many beings here. And that's what controls them. Once you let go of fear, different ball game. I'm telling you, for me, that's how it happened. It's to let go of the fear and really seeing the nonsense within myself. And that allowed me at one point to maybe move a little bit further than where I was. And I'm keep going forward each and every day to make sure I don't stall, because it's easy in this world to just stall and stay there and be satisfied or content with what you have. But also another part of us that's missing a lot is gratitude. There's tremendous power in being grateful for what you have. So do what you have where you are with what you have, and never be satisfied. Never stop. Eat it, breathe it, sleep it if you have to. That's what I did for a long time. I still do it. I still sleep it for sure. Like every day. That's the idea, to develop more also within the subconscious part of us, so we are more and more alert each and every day. Yeah. Don't quit. You're already in pain. You're already hurt. Get a reward from it. Yeah. Don't quit. Why quit? You're already in pain. You're already hurt. Get a reward from it. There's nothing more energizing also. This is the energy you get from that awakening, from that greater perspective that you get on your being and on other beings also, in the whole environment, will give you great energy to keep on going in life. Life is tough. Life is tough, but if we're grateful, if we learn to be grateful for what we have, who we are in this moment, we can certainly move forward a lot further. But sometimes we're so arrogant with life that gratefulness is missing a lot. Like, people are very anyway, they have it's settled, I think, for the people of the earth, they are greater than God. That's why we lack gratefulness also. We think we are so big and so informed and so knowing everything. That's what I said to my friend. I saw him at the store before, and starts talking to me about the events that are happening right now in the world, the global control. Big word, global, but that's the word they use. Also to manipulate you into thinking that you live on a globe. I don't know. To me, it's very clear that there is a greater signification with life, definitely. So that's what I'm after, and the signification also. We see the world as we are, so the signification of the world will grow once I open my eyes fully and just dive in, not with fear or stuff. So expansion, evolution. Evolution doesn't happen from overnight. It takes dedication, it takes diligence, coherence, presence, patience. All this is a must to develop to bring into your being. We lack patience. That's why sometimes also when we see a project, we want to get into something. Let's say write a book, whatever it is. You probably have a big experience in life, and you too should write a book. So you should write the book of your life. But just writing a book, the task can seem insurmountable. Like I remember at the beginning when I started, but I took it piece by piece. I said, okay, it's going to be a chapter a day or one key a day, and then I'll move forward with that. And once you take it in little piece, for sure, when you look at the big thing, even for me, sometimes it looks big, but bit by bit, piece by piece, and we get to the big stuff. To the big stuff. Yes, that's what we want to be. Successful. Successful. Also, it's not success in the sense of money, absolutely. No. That's going to be the byproduct of your of you waking up, of you doing what you're supposed to do here, because you have something already given to you. Like we all have something already given, I believe. I think, not I believe, I think really that there's something out there for you, just like there's something out there for me. But I have to take action. I have to be in action in order to reach that thing that is the Stein and stuff. So we all have something here. We're all sentient being. It's just we're so fucked up and so conditioned that we forget all this. We forget even working on ourselves, developing, not developing, but we can use the word developing a dream or a goal, or you can call it the way you want. I know we shouldn't live in a dream. Life should not be just like a dream, but it is a dream. It's the dream of life. So, it's not that far from a dream, your real life, because very often I will go to sleep and I will dream and it feels real. Like the other day, I had a dream, and it felt really real. And I'm waking up and I'm like, whoa, did that really happen? So that's why I say life is not far from the dream state. We are in the dream of someone else, the creator. Creator. Yeah. Anybody here? Anybody in the house? No? Let me check on YouTube. Because sometimes the chat here, I don't think it's very accurate. It shows the message, I think, shows up late or. Yeah, so live right now, the root cause of all the nonsense. But again, some people don't even see nonsense. They see this world as being the way it is, and it's okay. Okay, I'm there on YouTube. Okay, one watching now, it's me. Boom. So yeah. But anyway, I don't do this like I said many of times. I don't do that to necessarily attract attention, or if you get uplifted by what I say here or what I do, good stuff. Good stuff. Take it. But I do that for my own being in the first place. Like, It's a because during the time I do this, I don't do other nonsense or whatever the heck I could do to waste my time. So I invest my time into myself, getting uplifted. So hence why I just go on at that, and I don't stop. I have energy. Also, I have energy, clarity. I have energy, clarity, patience, common sense, all this. So to me, it is an normal. I can say a normal thing to share my being, my experience, my yeah. Because there's so many of us that are stuck, lost at sea. Even stuck is not even the word; it's lost at sea. So sometimes a little upliftment goes a long way, or have the potential to go a long way. Hold on a second. Okay. So yeah, you have to be able at any moment. That's a good quote. You have to be able at any moment to sacrifice who you are for what you will become. That's what I'm doing here. No? Like this is what I will become eventually. You know. So I put a lot of effort into this. Some might not see what I do as useful or even, but it's not their thing. It's my thing. So I do it and I go at it. I don't stop. That's why I'm here every day. Yeah, I wasn't here for like 2 years, but I took a little break and did some other stuff and had to deal with the health issues. So that put me a bit in a pause state. But I've never quit, never quit, never will I quit, never will I go back to how I was thinking before, and like just slave and just not only by mental slavery I'm talking about, because we're all always going to be slaving for the dollar. Like that's what we all do. You know, the slave, when you do go to work and you say you're a slave and stuff, it's more you're a slave to the dollar bill. That's why I was talking with Kim the other day. She said, "Oh, I would like to change my job and stuff." I said, "No matter where you go, you're still gonna be a slave to the dollar bill, just like your boss. If you think your boss has it better than you, she's too slave to the dollar bill just to consume, because that's what we do. We don't save really much our money. We just spend it, consume, consummation, consumers, yeah, Sumerian. I think there was a peuple called the Sumerians, yeah, consumer. So it might be in the same root. So yes, but there is possibility. We live in the world such a great time with massive opportunity right at our fingertips. You know, just to opportunity to evolve with information being provided from everywhere. Like not just me, there is a whole bunch of great beings out there that are spreading reality, awareness, truth, whatever you want to call attached to it. To me, it's more talking about factual stuff, being factual, and factual reality. You know, truth is the beauty within you. That's what the world wants to see. They want to see the beauty within you, but you're not showing it because you're hiding. You're in fear, and you're in pain, or you think you can do it because you see yourself too small, or whatever, or they think they make you feel small, or because the world can make you feel small. But yeah, that's the goal. That's why the whole thing about the space stuff is to make you feel like an insignificant being in this multiverse when you are very significant. We all have something here very significant that's just waiting for us, waiting for you, waiting for me. But it's not gonna come like help yourself and the sky will help you. Yeah, that's very good, but you also have to be in action. Like I cannot just sit and wait and say, "Oh, I'm gonna be a motivational speaker." I have to practice. It's practicing, practicing, and opening up more to love and to great vibration and stuff, great frequencies, higher frequencies, divine frequencies, and then you just have to do your stuff, and everything will come to you at the right time when you need it. That's one thing. I never rush anything. I just do my thing, and I know what I need at some distant future will come. Like now, I have the idea of we talked about it, me and Kim, buying a land, buying a land to put a mobile home on it and go live there, like somewhere in the wood. I saw a place, Itchenbrook. Itchenbrook, it's right on the border with the States. Like my yard would be the American border right there. So it's not that expensive, the land, but I have a goal, I have project to exactly, and then we're gonna fix the land and take out trees and stuff, to make place for our home and stuff. But yeah, because I would have there like 37,000 square feet. So it's enough to do a big garden because I want to grow more food. I want to more cannabis, more food. Like cannabis, I don't need necessarily a lot more. No? Like I'm very grateful with what I have, and I will always give thanks for sure. But this is it. Able to sacrifice, but sometimes that's the thing. We're so caught up in distraction that even this thing that we have to do something here on this earth is very far for me. From my experience, like I never thought of doing anything really for my own being. Like it was working, yes, I was working, but always for someone else, always for someone else, making their dream come true. That's what we do. It's not a bad thing because you help others getting what they want and you'll get what you want. But you have at the same time, like I'm not telling you to quit your job, but at the same time, do something for yourself. Design something, some kind of be inspired. But for to find that inspiration and all that, it took me quite a while to say, okay, I'm ready to jump in. That's what but I started to open up and stuff, and everything came at the right moment. It wasn't a force, or I don't think we should force things. Elena, Elena, denial, Elena, denial. I was talking about denial before. Stop being in denial. Yeah, it's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. It's not who you are. You have everything you need. You live in love and grace. Just like me, just like all of us, we live in love and grace, but we think for some reason that it's fear and hate when it's great love and grace. Like I don't get why sometimes people don't see that, but we're completely blind to even look. We have a sun so bright in the sky, and no one really question: is the sun moving in the sky, or it moves around us, or is it true what they told? Like the light is there right in our face and we don't see it. That's how I realized I was dealing with a lot of nonsense in my head when I started seeing that the reality I've been fed was just to break me, just to break me. So once you let go of the stuff that makes you broken, like a broken down slave, once you quit that, total different ball game. That's what I said before too. So yeah. Anyway, for me, it's clear that there is something here. Not only for me, because I always like to involve others in my evolution. But my being, it's my own responsibility to create a well-being, to be in a well state, in a bliss state, or whatever. Like it's not no one will come and make me live in bliss. It's up to me to look for it, to to do things, to go out in the world and realize what you are here for. Exact. So it's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. Just have a little few quotes here to spark my. If you're going to be successful, you gotta be willing to give up sleep. That is one thing. Like for sure, I don't say give up sleep every night because sleep is very important. Even if you want to have energy, if you want to perform, if you don't want to have so much anxiety and stuff, sleep is very important. But if there's something to be done, like there's nights I got up at 3 o'clock in the 3 o'clock at night because I had a Truman show at, I think, 4 or 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock with someone in India. So for me, it's important. I had to be there. That's the time they're available. Well, sacrifice the sleep. And sometimes it takes a painful experience to make us change our ways. I think that's another reason also why we stay deep asleep is there's nothing coming to shake us. Until something come and shake your reality, you're probably going to stay very comfortable, uncomfortably in it. Very comfortably, uncomfortably numb in it. Because you don't even, like, we're completely numb sometimes. So, yeah. So sometimes you need a tragedy, you need something to shake your existence for you to break free from all this nonsense. But it's bad, but it's not bad. I think I never seen personally my accident as something bad. It's something that was meant to happen, just like many other things. The episode I had last summer and the summer before was there to teach me something. When something go wrong with your body, it's like when you have bugs on your plant. It's not negative. At the beginning, I was growing cannabis. I was seeing the fact that I had bugs on my plant as something negative. Oh, it's the bug, the problem. No, it's me. I found out now I have not a single bug on them. No aphids, because I had a lot of problem with aphids. So once I started to realize that they were there to teach me something, I was doing something wrong. That's it. But we don't see it like that. We see things as very negative, and we point out of ourselves like, oh no, it's the aphids. They come here and invade. No, it's because you're doing something wrong with your plant. I realized I was giving them too much nitrogen, too much bottled nutrients and stuff. I stopped all that. The aphids were gone. So sometimes it's just to look at problems a different way. If bugs on your plants are there, they're going to teach you something. You're doing something wrong. So open up, open up. Same thing in life. No? Like often the root is buried in the dirt. That's for a reason. Same as your root is probably buried under dirt, under filth. So you got to clear the filth and the dirt, and then the root will be clean. And then you can progress in life and advance at a certain with momentum, not being stalled. You want to advance with momentum. And whenever you're doing, always keep a certain momentum. Always, even if it's your thought, if it's just thinking about it, but what you think you will create. So what you think is very important. That's what you will bring forward into your experience. So be careful what you think also. But yeah, sometimes it takes a painful experience to for us to start seeing what life is signify and stuff, like the love and grace, the gratefulness. It hit me hard. Maybe it's gonna hit the one. Like, anyway, I would tell you some stuff about that accident, and your head would spin. So I always seen it as more as a blessing than something negative. So that's why I'm here and Truman Show and build up on that. I build up on that stuff. Everyone thinks of changing the world. but no one thinks of changing themselves. That's why even like when you go protest and stuff, once you clear the nonsense within you, you're gonna see no use to that. There's no use that you're just energizing the matrix. When you go out with your flag and stuff, like I see it all over the it's so and that you see it once you start really going deep within yourself and clear the filth and the dirt the dirt around the root. Well, total different stuff. Well, yeah. So you gotta be able to because it's pointless to go outside and point at others if you cannot point at yourself, like and see your nonsense. Because sometimes I just observe, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Because it's also everything is weave into this. Oh, hi, Norm. Greetings, Norm. Everything is like in a web all together. So that's the matrix, but it's in the head of people. I don't see the matrix in the trees and in the. This is not an illusion outside. It's real. I'm real. You're real. But it's our head that's messed up. So once we clear the confusion, all the nonsense, get the dirt off the root, because like I said, it's probably buried in dirt. Your root cause your roots. So then you will see that once you because if you have a plant that go root rot, the plant will die. So if you stay stuck in the rut and your roots are rotting, you will die. You're probably already walking dead in that case, but you will slowly die inside for sure. So clean the root system, clean it, like get it super white. Like by they're not white, they're more beige. But if you clean the root, you will grow also much better. Think about it. Think yourself as a tree. See yourself as a tree. That's the best way to compare it for sure. Tree has a massive root system, just like you. Your nerves, your lymphatic system, your nervous system. You have a lot of root, but those root might be stuck in filth. So by also working on yourself, working on your being, meditation, whatever it is. But meditation is the again, it has to do also with middle thoughts, like I told you to exit in the middle of your thoughts between love and hate and stuff like this, black and white and whatever it is, to false duality. So yeah, because I don't see much black and white, I see gray stuff here. So don't make a habit out of choosing what feels good over what's actually good for you. And this is what we do often. We prefer do what feels good than what's good for you. That's why addiction and all that stuff, watching movies, watching TV, leisure, sitting on the couch, the bed, whatever it is, it's just because you feel good. But is it good for you? That's the question. Before I do something, often I ask myself that question. Is it because it feels good or it's good for me? Often eating poutine feels good, but is it good for me? Not sure about that. But it does feel good. So yeah. You are the executive director and screenwriter of your life. So I said before, writing a book, we should all anyway, it's the book of your life. You are writing it without knowing it, and the write sounds like ritual. And that's why it's the same sound. When you have a Scottish rite, whatever, that's what he was talking, uh, Franco. When you have a rite, exactly, it's a ritual. So we should really do a ritual with our life each and every day to write the story of our life, not only in pages in with ink and paper, but in real life too. Uplift. Yeah. What's this here? Both desire and imagination are stored in the mind of the individual, and when stretched, both have the potential to position a person for greatness. Position for greatness. I think this is already there. Greatness. We're all, but not in our conditioned state, but most of the time I seen great people. But the thing is, the often you think they're great, but they have so much filth inside that once they open their mouth, it's a different thing. But I see everyone as great at start because it's just the being is great. It's just the conditioning inside the program that's been put inside. And once you have a program in the computer, unless you take it out and you know refresh the computer, it will always be there. So that's it. Sometimes you just need to shut it off, take out the program. That's your rebirth. When you shut off and your computer, you get exactly a rebirth. So what happened to me. I decided one day to stop uh stop the program, take out the disk. Merci, bonsoir. But like I said, also it's more the conditioning. It's more the conditioning you can stop. The conditioning you can stop it overnight. The program, different thing. Because that's the language, that's the alphabet, the grammar. So that's very hard to get rid of unless you change your brain. And Norm, I checked for the book printing in India, but I haven't found so much information. And there's phone number and stuff, but I will dig into it a little bit more. Seems interesting. It's if I go back to it, Gita Press. He told me, Gita Press India. What I found. Yeah, serving humanity for truth. Right there, I was like, wow, that's nice. Gitapress.org. Is it the one that you told me earlier today? Because I went in it and they seem to do some publication, yeah, publication overview, but I don't know if like buy book online, Kalen, our publication catalog, Gita Press, sales outlet, research library, main entrance, introduction. Anyway, I will look into it more, but it seems I like the fact serving humanity for truth and peace since 1923. That's great stuff. So there's probably a Bhagavad Gita, Shimrad Bhagavad Gita, literature of Tulsidas. I don't know if I'm on the right page. I'm going to share the screen and you can maybe. Hold on, let me get to StreamYard. Yes, contact them. Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll just share the screen so you can maybe exactly validate. Hold on. Here, publication overview. Share. So that would be it. Is it that site? Gita Press Gorakhpur? It's hard for me to say, but that's what I found. So I'll contact them. Yes. Okay. Perfect. That's what you said. I'll contact them for you. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great if they can call me. If they can call me, it would be great. I'll send you my phone number because me calling in India is gonna cost an arm and a leg. Just the other day, I called in the Florida. I didn't know I was calling in Florida, and the guy told me at the end of the call I was an hour with him on the phone. So it was like $35 phone call. I think I can skip that. It's nonsense. So if they can call me, would be great, or send me an email with the details and stuff. And we can do it. WhatsApp number too. Okay, good, perfect. So if you can provide this for me, you can use my email also, Norm, to send me something. Uh, I think you know my email. I've put it more than once. But hold on, where is it now? How come I don't have it no more? Oh yeah, it's there. It's in the thing at the bottom. I think I've put it there. It's scrolling at the bottom. Lonier@mail.com. Yeah, you can send me anything you want there, and I will go forward and get in touch with them, or they call me, whatever. So yeah, so that was it. I'm very grateful for your help. Yes, I am. You ain't average, but you know what, you're playing small because it's easier to be average. That's true. Okay, got it. Good. Yeah, it's easier to be average. That's why we settle often for mediocrity. We start something, we stop in the middle, we don't get it completed till the end and stuff. So it's just settling. I think we settle way too fast when we go into doing something, and we give up because there's no result. There's no immediate gratification. When there's no immediate gratification, like money or stuff, often we will not even try to do something. So I think it's good also to forget about instant gratification. Like, forget about that. You will be rewarded so much by just the frequencies and the vibe and the what will come to you, to support you in life. Like, I can tell you all kinds of stuff, but I'm not here to brag about my stories. But I'm just telling you, I felt that stuff. Yeah, yeah. Everything comes since I opened up, since I speak into in existence, since I speak out what I desire, where I'm going. Everything come at the right time. Same like this book printing. Now I'm gonna be able to do it because something came just at the right time. So, speak it out into existence. Whatever you want, whatever you want to accomplish, as long as it's aligned with nature and divine vibration frequencies, you will be rewarded. You will be supported. What, you think you're not supported, or you think you're not loved? We're all loved by the divine, the force and the forces, or the source, or we're all being loved so much, but we don't see it because we live in fear. So fear prevents you from reasoning completely. When you're in fear, there's something in your brain being activated. And that's why fear, often you will feel it physically, because there's a gland in your brain, like amygdala or something. And once it's activated, that's why it's important to keep us permanently in fear with whatever nonsense they have to shoot at us in the world. It's just to keep us in fear so we do not reason. We do not get clarity or upliftment or evolution or these words. First of all, that stuff we should teach in school to children. We shouldn't find that out when we're breaking free from the matrix at one point in our life because we just have suffered enough, or something came to shake you out of your nonsense. Like, we should have been taught in school. All the stuff that I'm talking about should be taught in some kind of, because children, no matter what, would have. It's good to, but the thing is, the education is so far from what education should be, that when we say that we should send the children in school, we think we're gonna condition them to think and stuff. No, you just you teach them to be creative. To be creative, you don't extinguish their creativity at start like we are doing now. That's why sometimes you end up at 30, 40, and you're like, oh, should have a, unless your parents were aware and present and stuff. But usually it's just the same programming repeating generation after generation. So if you're asleep, there's a good chance your parents are asleep. Like, I've told everything I know. My children know everything I'm in touch with, what I do, Kim too. Like, people in my environment, I affected a lot of people, I'm sure, just with my vibration, not only on YouTube, but in my life too, in here, or like before I met my friend at the store, and he started to me about the stuff, the pick and all that. So I said, yeah. He thanked me a lot. He said, thanks. He said it was because back then I met him. When I met him, I was doing videos on the side of the river, and he came to see me. He was curious, so I started to open up about flat Earth and stuff. So he was very receptive, very receptive. Usually, people laugh at you because they have no, and that's okay. That's okay. It's just they're not laughing at me; they're laughing at themselves. So I never took it personal when someone make fun of me because I say the Earth is shapeless. It's more shapeless. Flat is a big word. Flat. I think the word flat put people off also, like because we've been taught to ridicule people that say the Earth is flat, or we've been given a certain vision of what the flat Earth should like. So that's what we have in our heads. I remember was like, that sounded ludicrous, crazy back then. Like you would have tell, but I don't know if you would have told me that at like 30 years old if I wouldn't have catch the drift. Like probably, I don't know. That's something I wonder often. If someone would have told me younger, would I have the same reaction? Probably, because when I seen it the first time was instantaneous for me. I was because I was looking for that kind of stuff, the reality. So, I'm not saying it's all reality because it's another man-made projection, but there is something certainly very divine here. Very, but again, it's so far-fetched for me here as human in flesh. I am trying to be human, but it's so even that is hard because of the conditioning. But if I put effort each and every day, I will get there one day. That I know, to a human state, because some are even far from being human. When you can't think, when you can't use your senses properly, like you have to use common sense. If you use your senses, you will find common sense. You know, common sense is not common practice for a reason because of conditioning. But common sense should be common practice. Like, what's the big deal? And what's the big deal in seeing facing the truth of your being? Like, no, you prefer that's why we say you live the lie. Because you do not show the beauty within, you show the filth. The filth is the lie. So there's no wonder why for me we live in the state we are. Come on, it's all crystal clear. I do not question that anymore. It's crystal clear. But because I have attained a certain level of clarity by observing, by talking to myself, to my own being, hearing my own voice. No, I'm fed up hearing having the voice of another man in my head. I want to have my own voice in my head. That's why I talk so often. That's why you see me here often. You see me on the Truman Show, whatever. And I did 3,000 video on Motivation Academy because I wanted to hear my voice to clear others people's voice because that's the matrix. That's the system in your head. Another man's voice. So, hear your own voice, hear your own reflection, your own truth within, because the answers are within you. Like I haven't had to look very very far to get in touch with reality. I didn't have to go into no libraries or anything like that. Just had to open my eyes to life. That's all. And I looked at the sun, I looked at the stars, then I started looking at myself. This is where I realized, whoa, I'm being fooled here. And that's why now April Fool's Day is coming, 1st of April. I think the reason why they call it April Fool's Day is because all the fools in the world do not realize that this is the new year, starting April 1st with spring. But no, it's they're stuck in the dead of the winter, the 1st of January. That's New Year. Everything is dead around. It's cold like crazy for here, us in Canada in a way. No? It's cold. 1st of January, we're in winter. So nothing grows, nothing. People are even more dead inside their home. And even before, I was taking a walk with Kim, and we were passing into a neighborhood behind him. I tell Kim, I said, "It looks so dead here. Like no one's outside. They're all dead in their home. They're all dead in their home for a reason because you're dead in the heart. Your home is your heart. Your home is not a building; it's your heart." So why are you sitting dead at home? Because you're dead inside. Me, I do that correlation, and it's clear to me why people stay inside and they don't. Also, why they live in cities and stuff and all stuck to each other. That's fear. Also, you're afraid of nature. You're afraid of everything. So you go find comfort and fit in neighborhoods like this. That's why I told Kim, I want to get out of here. I want to get out. I'm fed up of the muggles around. When I moved here, I wasn't as aware as I am today. So today I would just want to move in the bush, in the wood with the squirrel and the garden and the stuff. Honestly, fuck the muggles. I'm getting away from them because I can't take it no more. I can't. It's too dead. It's too dead. So I prefer go in nature. We'll be more alive. Prefer hug the trees and stuff like that. The people of this earth are very seriously ill, and uh, absent-minded, absent-minded. They're not there. I'm telling you. Sometimes I have that feeling. I don't know if you feel like me in this way, but I have the feeling that they talk to you, but they're not there because they're in a distant time zone or whatever it is. But they're not in the present moment because anybody get in touch with the present moment. You don't end up a robot of the system. You might work in the system. Doesn't signify your head has to be with that too. Like they want to capture your whole being, but it's okay. You can maybe give a part of a part of your flesh at work. You're gonna leave some stuff there for sure, but you don't have to also put your soul on the altar of Babylon and get it chopped in pieces. Like regain the power of gratefulness. Be grateful for life. Start giving thanks for life instead of taking everything for granted and stuff. We take so much stuff for granted, like it's due to us. Like give thanks for life. When you get out your bed, the first thing we should all say when we get out our bed is, "I give thanks today for life, for health, for being able to breathe, for just being able to talk here. I give thanks because I could be crippled. I'm not. So let's, do something." But no, we all wait and wait and wait like we're going to live a million years here. Your time is limited here. Trust me. I got where I am today and it went very fast. So I suggest you start taking control, taking grip on your life, and because very soon, first of all, pass. But if you take care of your own being, I don't think you should decay. With time, I don't think you should become dead because you're gonna turn 70 years old. So again, it's consideration for the future. Do you consider the future? That's it. If you consider the future, you will take care of your body. If you don't live in the present moment, you have no consideration for the future, you will trash the whole thing. Day after day after day, thinking that you're gonna live. You're because we're billionaire in times. With times, we're all billionaire. Apparently, I was there. I was there too until I realized my time is limited. I have only so much time here to do something, to put my soul on fire, and to possibly exit this freaking realm of nonsense. Because it's very beautiful, the earth. Don't get me wrong. There's beautiful beings, beautiful animals, landscape, and all that. But it's mostly pain, hell, and torture for a lot of beings. So because of not only the system, because we can't blame the system. You have to take responsibility. So if you blame the system or blame someone else, you're completely dans le champ droit, champ gauche avec les vaches. Dans le champ gauche avec les vaches. Tu sais, fait que c'est ça. Anyway, in the left field with the cow. That's what I said. So anyway, for me, all this is yeah, clear. Be faithful over a few. Every single opportunity you get, I need you to grind on the little stuff. It's the grinding on the little stuff. I explained that a little bit earlier today. My point of view on grinding on the little stuff. Rise and grind, rise and grind. Whether it's to write your book, whatever you do, start a company, or whatever is your goal. As long as your goal, what I suggest is having a goal orientated with nature. With nature, with love and grace, with gratefulness, with divine vibration frequencies. And there is a lot. It doesn't. It's not because you start a business that it's going to be evil. Like, I don't get that. There's some people out there doing wonderful stuff, but they put the grind to it. Most of us starting stuff or goals or business or whatever, we have done sacrifice and put the grind to it. So rise and grind. Not only rise and shine, rise and grind also. Don't tell me you're going to be on the honor roll. Shut up, go to work and show me. That's it. Go to work. Go to work, get things done. It's good to blah, 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 blah. I'm going to do this, going to do that. But are you really doing it? Are you jumping in the way you said you were going to do it? That's the thing. Often we are completely set apart from our own desire to succeed. You are your own worst enemy. I am. That's why when I started realizing that was a lot game over uh, concerning fear. Fear was game over because I realized I was my own worst enemy. And this was a big, big liberation for me to realize that and to not every day energize that enemy. Stop energizing the enemy within you, and you will rise and shine. That's for sure. There's something holding you back, but it's the ego. It's the conditioning. We don't think we're good enough. We don't think we're gonna have what it takes. We don't think we're gonna have the strength or the power to go through. But you have all this. You have this and so much more. I'm sure we probably have power also to do a teleportation or speaking to animals. Maybe I speak to my dog, but I'm saying I speak to my dog, but knowing what they say, when knowing what they tell us, I'm sure we have that power. But listen, it's been all the freaking stuff has been buried under dirt, filth, and garbage and stuff. So you have to lift all this with shovels and get that out, and then probably you can find back that vibe. But I'll bring that up to PT also. I want to hear PT on that. If there is a way with proper alignment, proper frequencies tapped in, proper vibe, is there a way we can know what the animals are telling us? Because they think for sure. They have a thought process. What do you think? They're dead? No, they're sometimes more alive than freaking humans and more intuitive than human because of our conditioning, our filth and scrap inside and garbage prevents us from being intuitive also. So sometimes my dog is very, very intuitive. And I'm like, wow, that's something I would like to also, I know it's a lot in the eyes. When I look into her eyes, I see a lot. I think I know what she thinks, but telepathy also, can you do that with an animal? I don't know. It becomes interesting at that point when you get to hear your own being, see if you can hear other beings. Like, and the animals are a huge sentient being here. So yeah. And we have a voice and they don't. So it's up to us also. It's hard for the animals to defend themselves. And it's why you're out there claiming your freedom, but the animals are not free. I would like to see people go out like this with their animal flags and demand that we liberate all the animals and all the laboratories and all the nonsense we do, torture animals and stuff just for the sake of testing products or whatever nonsense is in their head, really torturing them. And you think you're going to have freedom as long as you torture those animals? That's why it's complete nonsense to even talk about freedom convoy or whatever, because nothing is free here, and we are torturing the animals, the animal kingdom, big time. Either we you go with huge net into the sea and take out everything from there. I don't see nothing wrong with fishing a little fish here and there for your subsistence to eat. To I don't see nothing wrong with that. Same like if you're in the wood up north and whatever, and you have to kill an animal and eat it to survive. Do it. Like, but what I see wrong is people putting their head in the sand with the torture we are doing to the animals and the way we raise them in factories and shit. Like, that's total nonsense. So that's another root cause of all the nonsense. Stop torturing the animals. Make them free. Free all the animals on Earth from laboratories and stuff. Stop breeding them so much. We don't need so many cows and so many tigers or whatever, but we keep breeding, and manipulating the genetics and stuff. Like, just let nature be. But we won't do that because we want to have control on everything. It's the human brain in a condition and way will be very, very evil. Very evil. Very lots of negative vibration or evil, or can call it the way you want. So anyway, so me, I'm out, and I'll be back a little later on, 8 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, early, around that time. How is it going on? There's nobody on Odyssey, but I don't expect anybody to, because it's I'm just starting that. But eventually, I will completely move on to Odyssey. Eventually, I think, completely leave YouTube. Yeah, we'll see. I'll take it as far as I can. YouTube, it's not. It's been great for a while, but now it's getting really a corporate tube. So I'm a bit off of it, honestly, because I have to watch what I say. But again, is what I have to watch what I say what I should talk about? That's it. Maybe I should stay on a more positive note than the distraction of Babylon. That's it. So maybe I just answered my own question. So large up, Norm, Elena, Leslie, all of you, and I'll be here a little later on in like 12 hours. Rise and grind. That's what I said. Large up. I'm out. See ya.